Good afternoon. It is the 23rd day of December 2024. Happy holidays. My name is Joel Church and you're right on time for K24's Newscut. And our sign language interpreter is Rose Wahome. We have a lot lined up for you and these are our top stories. Motorists stranded overnight. Heavy traffic reported along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway as Kenyans travel up country. Mixed reactions from Kenyans as President Ruto names Kagwe, Kabogo and Kinyanjui to his cabinet. Appealing to pastoralists, the government urges Kenyans to embrace national vaccination campaign. Talk to us via social media platforms at K24 TV at Joel Chacha, as well as SMS and WhatsApp numbers on the bottom of your screens. We begin where Kenyans are traveling up country have been advised to avoid the Nakuru-Nairobi highway due to heavy traffic congestion. Those who started their journey late Thursday and early Friday have been stranded along the busy highway for hours. According to road users, congestion is between Kimende and a flyover as well as along the Limuru-Mai Mahiu stretch. Travelers have been encouraged to use alternative routes, including the Nairobi, Naivasha and Gilgil routes.
Jam imekuwa mingi sana sababu ya trucks zimeanguka kwa hii barabara ya Mai. Imetusumbua sana, hata saa hii haisafiri kuanzia jana jioni 6 mpaka saa hii tunashindwa watu watasafiri namna gani. Hii barabara ni mbaya sana. Na tungetaka kuomba hii serikali ya Ruto itusaidie kuexpand hii barabara ya Mai kwa sababu ndio inaweka jam sana. Juu iko konde sana. Sasa watu wote unaona vile wamekaa hapa. Wengine wamelala hapa usiku mzima. Tunaomba serikali tusaidie, haki ya Mungu.
Barabara ni konde. Na hii barabara magari mingi zinatumia juu ni Northern Corridor. Sasa ningeomba hivi. Barabara ndio iko na shida. Alafu magari nazo zimekuwa mingi. Sasa kama barabara ingepanuliwa iwe kubwa na Daktari William Ruto atusaidie.
Nilikuwa nimetoka Kikuyu ninakuja hapa Limuru na nimekaa kutoka pale Rironi mpaka Limuru nimekaa about 1.5 hours. Unaonekana iko na the road is very busy, lakini la muhimu ni tufike salama, be safe, observe road discipline.
Meanwhile, in efforts to curb road accidents during the Christmas season, Traffic Commandant Dr. Frederick Ochieng has announced that police officers will deploy speed guns and alcohol devices to catch law-breaking drivers. Ochieng emphasized the importance of adhering to traffic laws to reduce accidents. He assured the public that officers would be vigilant in ensuring safe travels and arrivals, adding that the traffic department will collaborate with the judiciary to expedite the handling of related cases. Ochieng also urged pedestrians to follow traffic rules, particularly by using designated crossing areas.
Na ile kitu imefanya tuwe pamoja ni kuhakikisha kwamba kuna usalama barabarani wakati huu ya msimu ya Christmas. Na pia members of the public, kama ni wakati ya kuvuka barabara, huwa tunaambiwa angalia pande ya kushoto, kulia, tena kushoto, ndio uweze kuvuka barabara ukiwa unajua kwamba hiyo barabara iko safe. Na kuna pia waendeshaji ya magari ambao saa zingine wanaendesha magari wakiwa walevi. Wakati huu tumejipanga, tuko na hiyo mambo ya alcohol blow. Itakuwa ina test kila mwendeshaji akiwa kwa barabara. Na pia tuko na mambo ya speed gun ambayo itakuwa inatumika na officers wa traffic kwa barabara fulani mahali zinakuanga na majali, ambayo zitakuwa inaweza kuona gari kwa distance fulani na ile speed ambayo inaendeshwa. So unaweza kuwa ukiendesha kwa speed ukifikiria kwamba hauonekani, lakini speed gun itaweza kukuwezesha kujua speed ya gari. So waendeshaji ya gari wa observe their speed limit, na pia waweze kuendesha gari wakiwa walevi, na pia wasiwe na mzigo zaidi kuliko kiasi kwa gari.
Away from that, leaders from northeastern counties have urged residents to prepare for and actively participate in the upcoming nationwide livestock vaccination drive set to begin in January 2025. Speaking in Mandera, Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Climate Change and Forestry Eden Duale emphasized that the program aims to combat prevalent diseases, improve productivity and secure the livelihoods of pastoralist communities. The campaign, spearheaded by the Kenya Veterinary Vaccines Production Institute, that is KVVAPI, under the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Production, will cost an estimated 193 million Kenya shillings. The campaign aims to vaccinate approximately 22 million cattle.
Kenya, President Jomo Kenyatta never did it. President Moi never did it. President Kibaki never did it, and President Uhuru never did it. President Ruto said we are going to carry out mass vaccination of all the animals in the Republic of Kenya. Because if the governor of Mandera vaccinates his county and Garissa and Marsabit and Wajir don't do it, what he's doing will be zero work. So some people said, oh no, there's a problem with this vaccination. I want to ask them, when I sat in the cabinet, when the president and all of us were approving reforms in other key sectors, you did not say anything. We are telling them the cows, the camels, the goats belong to the pastoral community in Kenya.
Now, the nomination of 3 cabinet secretaries by President William Ruto in the latest cabinet shake-up has sparked debate on whether the new entrants have the capacity to help President William Ruto deliver on his mandate and also redeem himself. Political pundits argue that the Mutahi Kagwe pick for the agriculture docket, William Kabogo for ICT and Lee Kinyanjui for trade have all it takes to help Ruto achieve his agenda, but only if allowed to work without micromanagement. However, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's ally James Gakuya opines that despite the politically driven changes, it will not work in favor of Ruto's bid to seek re-election come 2027.
This was a pure hatch between the head of state, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And the reason why I say this very authoritatively is that Uhuru, even today, is the chairperson of the Azimio Party. And when Raila was asked how he joined Ruto, he was very categorical that he was consulted and asked by the former president to start negotiating with the head of state to cool the country. And by that initiative, it is what has brought the current changes. But this to me is not a surprise at all. This will just work for 3 years. But in fact, I told you last time that nothing, even a position of deputy president, is back to mountain. And nothing is changing. Don't think that there is really anything that will be...
So this will not shift the ground?
From where?
From Gachagua to
no,
Ruto?
The team will serve the master.
If at all it's with the Gachagua,
I can tell you the team will serve the master, but not the public. They will, and that is it.
These people who have been brought in government, Lee Kinyanjui, Nderito Mureithi, Mutahi Kagwe, are people who have impeccable credentials in matters of government and management. And therefore, we believe what they're going to bring in is sanity. And again, these are not people who are easily going to take orders that are destructive to the nation. But this idea of imagining that there is a tug of war or there is a supremacy battle between the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, and Uhuru Kenyatta is something that should be downplayed, because really there is no contest. As it stands, the fourth president is not going to be a president again. He's not running for any office. And as it stands, the position of the former deputy president is in limbo. Legally, he's not likely to run for any office unless he's cleared by the courts of law. So as at now, we just need to watch the political space, see what is going to happen in the next couple of days, because the nation is still in the red. We are still in great turmoil. The people are still discouraged.
These men able to deliver and to grant relief to the Kenyan people. Because as it is right now, you know, there's a lot of undercurrents and dissatisfaction by the citizens with the public service delivery. That is the most important thing. The question then is, after President William Ruto has nominated these men, are they capable of delivering on his promises to the Kenyan people? My answer is yes. Why? Because these men have a proven track record.
Still in the same breath of former President Uhuru Kenyatta's allies who have made a comeback in the government after President William Ruto made fresh appointments to his cabinet, which saw the return of former Health CS Mutahi Kagwe and former governors Lee Kinyanjui and William Kabogo. This comes less than 3 weeks after President Ruto met his a predecessor at his Gatundu home in Kiambu County, Ishaweri to be specific. And now we are joined live by reporter Edwin Mbogwa from Nyeri County, where Mutahi Kagwe heads from, actually for some of the reactions from the residents. Good afternoon, Mbogwa. What are the residents saying as far as Mutahi Kagwe's nomination from that particular county where also the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua hails from?
Well, good afternoon to you, Chacha. I'm coming to you live from at the heart of Nyeri town. And yesterday we saw the president make some changes, or rather some appointments to his cabinet, where we saw allies to former President Uhuru Kenyatta make a comeback. Some of the names that perhaps made a comeback is governors, several governors. That is former governor for Kiambu, William Kabogo, former governor for Laikipia, that is Nderitu Mureithi, and also former governor for Nakuru, that is Lee Kinyanjui. Remember also these names hail from Mount Kenya region, and also we also saw the name of the former cabinet secretary for health, that is Mutahi Kagwe, who also hails from these counties, to be specific, Bukureni constituency. Remember, Mutahi Kagwe served as a minister during former President Moi Kibaki's era, and also he was also a cabinet secretary for health during Uhuru's era, and also he was a member of parliament for Mukureni, and also served as the first senator for Nyeri County. I'm surrounded by residents of Nyeri County. They have come out in large numbers to celebrate this appointment, and would like now to speak to a number of them to maybe get their reactions on the appointment of the former CS, now making a comeback as the CS for agriculture. Tuanze na wewe na utueleze pengine kufuatia kuteuliwa kwa Mutahi Kagwe, unachukulia vipi na hisia zako nizi?
Kwa majina naitwa Gladys Nyawira Murage. Mimi ni mfanyabiashara hapa tauni hii ya Nyeri. Mimi maoni yangu, niko na maoni mzuri kuhusu kuchaguliwa kwa Mutahi Kagwe kukuwa CS wa agriculture. Tumefurahi sana kama wafanyabiashara wa hapa Nyeri town, kwa sababu tulikuwa tunaona ile serikali hatuja kuwa represented, watu wa Nyeri hatujakuwa represented very well, lakini saa hii tunashukuru Mungu kwa vile William Samuel Ruto, the president of this country, ametukubuka na ameweka viongozi wetu, viongozi ambao ni viongozi watendakazi. Kwa hivyo sisi kama wafanyabiashara, kama watu wa Nyeri, tunashukuru president wetu William Samuel Ruto sana 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 kwa kukubuka Nyeri yetu na kutupea viongozi.
Pengine unahisi kama Mutahi Kagwe ataweza kuimarisha utendakazi katika wizara ya kilimo ambayo kwa wakati mrefu imekuwa ikikumbwa na changamoto? Ndio, Mutahi Kagwe ataweza, kwa sababu hata wakati wa president, the former president Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta, Mutahi Kagwe alikuwa CS wa health, na ile kazi alifanya kazi mzuri sana, mpaka saa hii sasa tunaona hata hii kazi yenye amepewa ya agriculture ataifanya sababu yeye ni kiongozi. Asante sana. Let me engage another gentleman here. Pengine utueleze uteuzi wa Mutahi Kagwe, kijana ambaye ametoka hapa katika kaunti ya Nyeri, unachukulia vipi?
Asante sana. My name is Kihara Jau. I'm a resident of Nyeri from Kenya, and I'm happy and I thank the president for appointing Mutahi Kagwe, Nderitu Mureithi and Lee Kinyanjui. Mutahi Kagwe, we know him. He brought the first ICT, the fiber cables. We know him at the COVID time. Were it not for Mutahi Kagwe, the nation would have gone down. So we thank the president. We know Nderitu Mureithi is an economist, and what I can tell Kenyans is that we give this government time, they will deliver, and finally, as I conclude, I'll tell everyone to support Mutahi Kagwe, Derito Mureithi and Likenya Jui.
Na asante sana karibia hapa. Unahisi vipi kufuatia uteuzo wa Mutahi Kagwe kama waziri hasa wa kilimo?
Kwanza tunashukuru, tunampongeza rais kwa sababu amefanya ile tulikuwa tuna expect, ati amechukua expert kwa serikali yake, na sasa ni wakati wa kutimiza ahadi zake zote zenye aliambilia wa Kenya hii miaka 2.5 ambayo imebaki. Tunampongeza rais na tunasema ya kwamba Mutahi Kagwe atakuja kudeliver, na kwamba wakati atakuja kwa raia akitafuta kitu inaitwa kura mara ya pili, ataulizwa ile mambo ambayo ameweza kudeliver. Kwa hivyo tunasema tunamshukuru rais kwa sababu saa hizi ndio ameweza kuchukua wale ambao wataweza kuimarisha na kufanya Kenya isonge mbele. Amechukua wale watu ambao wamekuwa na experience ya kikazi, na ambao watu wanaielewa Kenya, na ambao watu wanaielewa wizara ni nini na kazi ya waziri ni gani. Tunampongeza rais na tunasema kwamba aendelee na awache na watu ambao wanapiga siasa. Yeye achape kazi, miaka 2.5 ikiisha atakuja kujibu kwa hawa raia sisi, ambapo tunampongeza kwa venye ameweza kuendeleza maisha.
Na asante sana. Tuzungumze na mwingine hapa. Tuanze kwa jina na utueleze unahisi vipi baada ya Mutahi Kagwe kuteuliwa kama waziri?
Kwa majina naitwa Nicholas Maina Mudhoni. Mimi ni mfanyikazi wa beba hapa kwa soko ya Open Air Market. Mimi kitu kwanza na pongezi His Excellency William Ruto kwa kutukumbuka kama Mount Kenya, hasa wa Nyeri County. Na tena mimi nasema if he continue to treat us normally, we will treat him normally too.
Na asante sana. Tukihitimisha, let me now engage the Nyeri Member of Parliament, Honorable Duncan Mathenge. And maybe Mheshimiwa, what's your take on whatever happened yesterday? We saw some big names make a comeback from this region, allies to former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Maybe what's your take on that?
The first thing is to thank President William Ruto, His Excellency, for accommodating more prominent members from our region into his government. There was a complaint that with the rearrangement of his government after he dissolved the cabinet, that the sons and daughters of the mountain who were named had very little recognition, did not have the depth of knowledge and experience needed to function effectively as cabinet secretaries. And therefore, in the light of the new appointments and rearrangements within the representatives from the region, we see a greater depth of experience and a greater spread in terms of the region. And I believe that this will strengthen the bargaining power of our region from one person to many more experienced and more robust and well-grounded cabinet secretaries.
And maybe briefly, Mheshimiwa, as we wind up, do you think this will change the political dynamics in this region, which has been tagged as hostile?
Right now, the question of politics and the political dynamics is we are very far from the political season, where votes count. We have 3 years to develop the country, and therefore our concentration is in developing the country in the remaining 3 years of the first term of the president. The time for politics will come, and we will engage in the politics. At this point in time, we are more concerned with the development of our region, of our county, and of our country.
Thank you very much. Of course, that's the Nyeri Member of Parliament, Duncan Mathenge, and of course, residents of Nyeri County expressing their confidence on the appointment of Mutahi Kagwe, having has successfully served in different dockets in the previous regimes. Remember, these appointments, or rather changes, seem to be triggered by a number of events. Remember, this comes after the impeachment of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who comes from this county, and also the appointment of Professor Kithure Kindiki as a Deputy President, having served as a Minister, or rather the CS for Interior.
Well, that's our very own Edwin Mbogwa coming to us live from Nyeri County. Reactions of residents and leaders there. The praises on President William Ruto for picking Mutahi Kagwe, to be specific, who hails from the same county that the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua hails from. At this juncture, we take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
As we celebrate this joy